Might help if I turn the microphone on so people can hear me if they turn up. Waiting for my coffee to cool down. What does that do? Hiya, Moon Fairy. Whoop, whoop, you're the first in. So I'm not going to sit here looking like a sad old woman all alone. I just thought, because it was silly o'clock in the morning, it might be a bit later for you lot over there. Because it's, 2:15 in the morning here. So hopefully it's not 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got a touch of IBS, Moon Fairy, so if I run away unexpectedly, that'll be what it is. So you can either sit and chat amongst yourselves, or if I'm gone for too long, then obviously you can... Hey, Shan! God, I haven't seen you in ages. 9:15. That's a bit more normal of a time, isn't it, Moon Fairy? We can do that. See, I get up at silly o'clock. I just get up when I wake up. Hiya, Wanda! 8 o'clock. Yeah, see, the last time I went live, Shan, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon for most people. And it's like, yeah, nobody's going to be around at 3 o'clock with nothing to do. You're going to be busy or you're going to be at work. So it's like, I did say I'd do it whenever I'm awake, if I'm awake late again. So how's everybody keeping? Are you all doing well? Sad news today, wasn't it, about Dolly? You were working, yeah. See, I knew you'd all be off doing, busy. I'm glad you're not working tonight, though, Shan. Oh, bless you, Moon Fairy. Thank you. Hiya, Bonnie. Oh, I've got my heat pad on, and with the weight of the laptop, it pushes on one side and then it burns, so I have to watch what I'm doing. The joys of being old, eh? I'm going to put up a ballerina watch in a bit. Apparently, Lardy's fine and making fairy books. Yeah, but in the car as well, when you were driving around, that was a soundtrack to your life, Dolly. No, I haven't heard a word from Elizabeth yet, Wanda, and I'm getting kind of worried. And I can't for the life in me remember what the name of the hotel was. If I did, I'd send them a message and say, you know, we're all worried about her. I'm hoping it's just IBS issues and nothing drastic, and that's why she hasn't been back. But I just heard someone put up a clip on, I still call it Twitter. I can't get X, because you tweet, don't you? You don't X. It makes no sense. Elon, change the name back. Be the bigger person. Anyway, somebody put up a clip of Dolly Parton singing Stairway to Heaven, and it really touches you because she didn't just sing the song, she told the story, and it was beautiful. If I find it, I'll put it on in a bit for everyone. But yeah. I thought she'd live into her hundreds. Hiya, Carolyn in. Well, it wasn't that long ago. Her sister or a cousin or an aunt or somebody said that she was really poorly. And then she did a video not long after it. And she said, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. So she obviously wasn't well for a while. Oh, did she? I didn't know that, Moon Fairy. That must have been a hard knock for her. 60 years. That's amazing. Yeah, we will always love her. She was one of a kind, was Dolly. You're not going to meet another one like her. It's like all the people that are going are legends, in my opinion. Like when Freddie Mercury, when Freddie Mercury went, do you know what I mean? There's never going to be another Freddie. And then Ozzy, and now Dolly. And it's like, yeah, these people, they broke the mold when they made them. 8 years too young. I thought she was going to easy make it into her hundreds. Oh, it's a sad place to be. You'll always remember it now, Carolyn. I thought it was lovely how she had it all arranged so that that man told everybody, not just that you open the paper and, oh, Dolly's dead and you get a shock. Do you know what I mean? It was the same message for everybody. She thought it all out. It was lovely. Must have been a hard video to make for him. I think she was, Carolyn, and her cousin or sister or whoever it was said she wasn't well, and then she said, no, I'm fine. So her nephew, wow. You think nephew and you think little one, don't you? Because I don't think of Dolly as 80. I don't think she looked 80 at all. She was in a lot of pain, I heard, but I don't know what it was. And she had everything prepared. She did. That's Dolly for you. It was all organised. I love that, what he said. She said, can you lay me in cotton? Because after all these years of rhinestones, I deserve a bit of comfort. And all them outfits she wore, they probably wore, I said it earlier and I still didn't get the sentence out. They probably weighed more than she did. It is a late night for me, Carolyn, but I haven't been up long. I wake at stupid times, and I only woke up a few hours ago. So I thought, oh, as I'm up late, I've had my dinner, so I'm all settled now. It's 2:20 in the morning here, Carolyn. But that means nothing to me. Could be any time. It's like when the kids, I still call them kids, they go mad. But it's when any of them say what day it is, it's like, it makes no difference to me. I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know what month of the year it is. It's only if I look in the corner down here and I can see it's Wednesday, the 26th of August. Otherwise, I would have no clue. Oh, see, the thing is with my sleep, I can be asleep for 32 hours and then up for 4 and I need to go back to sleep again. I know you meant here, hon. But yeah, it's weird. Fibro sleep is a thing unto itself. But like sometimes I'm missing for days. And then I do my emails and I think, why have I got so many emails? And it's like, oh, because you've been asleep for 32 hours. That's why. Oh, talking of which, Jed, if you're watching, I got a thing back from Octopus with 9 million questions. I need you to help me with them because half of them I don't know the answer to. Her nephew put a video up saying she wanted to be in cotton because she wore heavy rhinestones all the time. Shoot. Yeah, I just said that, Bonnie. It's sweet, isn't it? And so it should be, Carolyn. Oh, how did that happen, Shan? Holy moly. Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. Tech Help's 30 now. And Madam's 23. She wanted to be comfortable. Yeah. I watched that video. It's sweet. Yeah, I said something to Madam the other day. You know, when they deliver parcels, they take a picture to prove that they've delivered it. Anyway, they took a picture of her from here down, and she was holding the parcel like that, and she's got the most lovely little hands and nails. And I said to her, you've got beautiful hands and nails. And she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm paying you a compliment. And she went, I'm 23. I went, I'm 60. And she went, what's that got to do with it? I said, exactly. What's 23 got to do with it? I said, you can have a compliment at any point in your life. She's like me. She's terrible. She will not take a compliment. But she's got cute little hands. She's got piano player hands. And I've got big fucking fat Irish sausage fingers. Oh, I'm glad Carolyn in. Hope to keep you all company. Hiya, Jen. Oh, it's not that I can't sleep. I can sleep, but it's just when. I'm scared to take a mouthful of my coffee in case I burn myself. Do you want to do a video, a Lisa video live, so we can all have a chat through it, or do you just want to chat? Bless you, Carolyn. That's very kind of you to say. Yes, you do. Okay, that's one. What about the rest of you? Okay. Right, I'll do the last one, hang on, like make me half. Oh, can I do that? Hang on. Because I'm not on the other thing. Yes, we can. I used to love hearing Obama say that. I liked Obama, but then he wasn't my president, so I know a lot of you don't like him, but I did. I thought he was cool. I could listen to him talk all day long. Right, can I do 2 pages? Let me see. You don't have to see me as well, do you? Hang on. See, when I do the videos, I just use my webcam. I use OBS Studio, and for this, I'm just using my webcam. So it's only showing that. I'm wondering if I can do it. Hang on. He is a bit of a great divider, isn't he? Probably only way I can tolerate Lisa videos like that. Right, let me see. Put that. I don't get that 2 lives in 1 nonsense. What's that all about? Right, now, can I see? Do I need tech help? I think I might. Hang on, what's there? No, that's a video I just made. So that's no help. Please select a message on the left. Ignore me for a minute. I can't see you lot at the moment, and I'm trying to figure out if I can have me and her at the same time. Or shall we just see her and listen to me? But then I won't see what you're saying. Hang on a minute. I'm going to shout tech help and see if... Where are they? I don't even know where I am now. There. See if he can sort it out for me. I won't be a sec. Yeah, what I thought, I can't do both at once. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. When I come on next time, I will figure out how to do the OBS thing with the video. Oh, did he? Oh, that was lovely. Oh, well done, Trump. See, he's not all bad. Is that I look at you lot, right, going on about Trump, apart from the controversial things that he's doing, but him just being him, his personality and the way he is, I look at him and I think they must have thought the same when they were looking at us with Boris fucking Johnson and his stupid hair hanging from a rope. That was one of the funniest things. What was it, the opening of the Olympics or something? He was on a zip rope and he got stuck halfway across, and there he is with his trousers all up in a bunch, waving a flag, looking like a moron. Oh, hi, Panda. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm glad they're doing that. What a lovely. See, there are people that touch people, and Dolly was one of them, wasn't she? Do you know what I mean? Like I said, there'll never be another Dolly. Yeah, see, it's hard looking from here over there and listening to people complaining and whatever, and it's like I've got no horse in the race. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm not allowed an opinion really, because I don't know what's truly going on over there and who's helping and who isn't. But it's like when you're living through it, it's not fun, is it, if you don't like who's in charge? I can't wait until fucking Labour piss off. All they do is they're just playing fucking musical chairs over here. One out, one in, one out, one in, and none of us get a chance to vote on fuck all. I did worry about him by the end, though, Carolyn, and he didn't look right, did he? Wandering off in the opposite direction to where they were pointing. All the memes. I felt quite sorry for him. So apparently I can't show you things showing me. That's what makes sense, right? So I'm just trying to get this right in my head about, I thought maybe I could split the screen and show you half, but I can't. Because he's skint wander and nobody likes him in America. He's coming back for the money. I know, I fucking hate the wide open borders. I don't think she's happy about coming back at all. But I saw in the paper that they're having a trial separation. So if they were going to be having a trial separation, wouldn't she have stayed over there? And another thing somebody said, which I thought, oh, hang on a minute, that makes a lot of sense. If they separated and divorced in California, she'd get custody of the kids and he wouldn't get a look in, and that's not going to happen. So that's probably why he's come over here, because if they get divorced over here, then they get joint custody. So it's true he's moving back. Yeah, apparently he's here already, apparently. There was a picture of him and her getting off a plane the other day. Who knows? Do you know, I couldn't give a flying fuck what the pair of them are doing. I really don't care. I'm just looking I don't wish Charlie dead, but I'm just looking forward to William being king and things getting back to normal. Hi, Tracy. Oh, you're very welcome, Tracy. And I'm glad you're now part of a life. But yeah, it's all about money. They thought they were going to be hot shots in California, didn't they? And everyone would be begging them to go here, there, and everywhere. And it's like, yeah, they're not, because she's shit. She can't do anything. I mean, how can she not fucking check the candles before they're sent out that they've got wicks in? Really? I'd love to be a fly on the wall and hear what fucking William and Catherine are thinking. But those two won't get a look in. Once William's in charge, they will not get a fucking look in. And I don't blame him. They slagged off his wife. They slagged off his grandmother. They made a laughing stock of the royal family. No, fuck off. Hi, SM Sucks. Welcome aboard. Yeah, no. I was excited when Harry was going out with her. I was excited, and it was like, way to go, Queenie, accepting a mixed race, divorced American into the royal family. That's a huge thing. Had they been thinking like that back in the day, fucking Charlie would have married Camilla, and there would have been none of the Diana tragedy that was. But so she's like, right, okay, I've got to get with the times and do whatever. And I was all for it. And it was like, how cool is that? And then she did that fucking Netflix thing that I didn't watch. I didn't watch any of that. Didn't read his book. I just couldn't be doing with any of it. And then I saw that clip where she was making fun of doing the curtsy, and it was like, yeah, you're done. Bye-bye. William is doing his level best to save the monarchy. Charles and Harry are determined to destroy it. Weird. Aren't they, though? I mean, don't get me wrong. I can understand Charlie wanting to be close to his son and see his grandkids. I get that. But that son slagged off your wife. He called her all the names under the sun, apparently. And you're just going to let all that go. Camilla's not letting it go, and neither would I. Little shit. What does that mean, Moon Fairy? Beta. Lou, when H&M announced that they were moving to the US, a good friend asked me what I thought. I told her what I thought. Now she doesn't talk to me. Story of my life, Lou. So you're not allowed to have an opinion, are you? Oh, a weak male. Is that what it means? Right, thank you. I think William is. I think Catherine sort of takes a step back and she's like, it's not my place to say what the king should do, but I bet William's pissed at him. Oh, yeah, of course she does. She says jump, Harry says how high. She's got him wrapped around her little finger. She's a narc. And he's been taken, hook, line and sinker. And it's like, really? I wish he'd come over here on his own for a couple of months break. And then he would see what's really going on. I'm thinking those kids are not Harry's biological kids anyway. Why has that not been thoroughly investigated? Maybe in the background it has been. I'm more of the opinion that it's his kids and not hers. Because didn't they say she had a hysterectomy and couldn't have children? So if they used a surrogate, at least they would have had Harry's sperm. But I said to Jed the other night, how fucking scary would that be? Giving a stranger your sperm and not knowing what she's going to do with it. She could put some aside and then take it out later in the day and blackmail him, or she could have another child and want money for it or whatever. It's a scary situation to be in. I don't know about the affair, Tracy. There's a lot of people going on about it, isn't there? Someone here on YouTube calls them the sock puppet and nutmeg. That makes it. I like that. I'm going to try and remember that. I don't know what Harry saw in that woman. I don't either, to be honest. But what she did was she investigated and looked up things and found out what he was interested in and what things he liked and all the rest of it. And she was like, oh, yes, I like elephants. I like Africa. I like this. So he thought he'd found the right woman. Charles won't, but William might, SM, with a bit of luck. I can't see it, Shan, either. I reckon within the year they'll be different. That's it. Good night. See you. Bye. Bye, Nutmeg. I seriously doubt Meghan would let Harry have the children. She'll fight tooth and nail for them. Yeah, she may well want to fight tooth and nail for them, but in this country, it isn't just because you're the mother you get automatic rights to the children. The Harry's not Meghan's. Yeah, I think that, Wanda. Wildberry, hello. One time I went down that rabbit hole and there are photos where it looks like she's wearing a fake pregnant belly. Exactly. And that stupid video she put out where she was dancing in the delivery room. I think that was done months before she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant then. So did they do it before or after she had the kids and they thought, oh, this will be funny, we'll put this out for a laugh? And everyone was like, she wasn't pregnant. No, she wasn't. We can see she wasn't pregnant. But if she's had a hysterectomy, she can't have had those kids, end of. I was so hoping for a black baby with a ginger afro. That's scary over here. The mother would get them unless she was unfit. Yeah, no, it doesn't go that way here, Carolyn. It's not an automatic thing. That's why a lot of people are saying they think that's why Harry's moved back. And that he'll go for divorce here, maybe. She studied Princess Diana, including her perfume. Exactly. She's a fucking weirdo, Moon Fairy. That delivery room dance was a trend at the time, so I doubt it was done in advance. Right. So it was done after she had the kids, though. Because she wasn't pregnant at the time, was she, when it went up? I think it was put up as a thing after the kids. I don't know. I don't know, Carolina. Maybe she's had no choice but to come back here with him. They're heirs to the throne. They should never have left the UK in the first place. And that's why I told my friend who asked what I thought. And she fell out with you over that. That's a bit silly. Hope I didn't miss a lot. My internet went out. No, nothing of any great importance, Bonnie. We're just discussing why's Harry come home. Why would you fall out with someone? Because I mean, it's not like they'd ever be king or queen because they're way down the pecking line. But like you said, they are a prince and princess and they are in line to the throne. Mind you, the way they're knocking off people right and left, you wouldn't be at all surprised if at some point we'd have King Alfie. Archie, rather. Do you know what pissed me off? Yes. Was them calling that child Lilibet. That fucking wound me up. We had Meghan taking the piss out of the Queen, and then they decide to call their child Philip's pet name for the Queen. I don't think he can, Moon Fairy. I'm not sure. I don't think he will. That'd just cause fucking all-out fucking war. Sorry, I'm swearing a hell of a lot, aren't I? See, I use swear words as a comma, like Teresa is dead says. I don't even think I'm doing it. I don't even know I'm doing it. It's like when I used to do videos and it said, does this contain foul language? I always put yes because I thought, well, even if I tried not to swear, I probably did. I want to know where did they say they'd moved to? And it's like they're not going to be doing any work, any royal work. So she crossed the line when she called that baby Lilibet, didn't she? Bless you. Thank you, Moon Fairy. But yeah, that was low. Downright fucking low. That was a pet name. Like, you don't go around calling your child your grandfather's pet name for your grandmother. No. Low. Lower than low. And nobody knew that was her pet name for donkeys. I think it came out right near the end. And then that's what she does. See, I like the way that Catherine keeps Diana in the picture. Like when George was little, she had him dressed how William was when he was little. Stuff like that. I think that was cute. No, just the backs of their heads. Thing was, when Archie was brought out, keep saying Archie. Is it Archie? It's not Archie, is it? What's his name? Anywho, isn't she a class act? Is it true that UK people hate Meghan? The majority of us do, yeah, Panda, because she belittled the Queen and she doesn't show any class, basically. See, the royals are held to a higher standard and she thinks she can be just a normal American and do what she wants and be a royal. And it's like, no, you're one or the other. I'm sorry, you know, you've got to be a royal with an American accent. You can't do both. That'll be the day, won't it, Carolyn? In she'll probably spontaneously combust. No regard for protocol, none. I mean, it's like I watched a program. I don't know when it was ages ago, and it showed somebody calling to somewhere or another, or Princess Anne, that was it. Princess Anne popped in somewhere where the Queen was, and she curtsied, and it was like, wow, do you even have to curtsy in a house where you're calling in for a cup of tea? And that's how it is, and it's done without thinking, and you treat the Queen, King, whatever, with respect. But Meghan never wanted to do that. Very disrespectful, Panda. Hiya, mystical fairies. No, you haven't missed much at all. You can't be a royal when you marry in and disrespect the Queen. Exactly. Love Princess Anne. She's her mother's daughter for sure, isn't she? And she's got that fucking fire in her. I used to love her. When there were the papers used to get her, and she was like, oh, naff off. It's like, you go, Anne, you tell them. But it's like, even Fergie, there was a program where Ruby Wax went to the house and was interviewing Fergie, and they went into the sitting room, and Fergie ran around and put all the pictures of the Queen with the kids face down because she said that was private, and she didn't want people to see private pictures of the Queen. Even she did that, and she'd long been divorced by that stage. Dreadful Fergie. I don't know what she's doing now. Why she's still sticking up for that fucking wanker's beyond me. But back in the day, I remember when they first got together, and she used to make me laugh when her and Diana were friends, and they used to ask about. And then there was this thing, they'd gone out one day to some antique store or something, I don't know. And they were walking around, and Andrew went to sit down, and they went, oh, don't sit there, sir. And there was a pin sat up, and she went, oh, you'd have felt a right little prick, wouldn't you? And then she was like, oh, did I say that out loud? And it's like, yeah, you did. They do seem to be two peas in a pod, don't they, Lou? I don't think Fergie can never come back from this, can she? See, back in the day, they were like a breath of fresh air into the royal family, Diana and Fergie. They were funny, and they had a laugh, and the Queen didn't like it at all. But it's how you look at another family. Do you know what I mean? That was their grandmother. In our family, you treat your grandmother with respect, and that's what the royals do. The head of the household gets treated with respect. But with Meghan, she thinks nobody's more important than her. So she's not going to treat some old woman with respect, is she? She had a ring on her finger. She thought that was enough. And how often does she lie? Oh, we were married already by the Archbishop, just the two of us around the... What a load of bollocks. No, you weren't. Diana and Fergie were a breath of fresh air, just what the palace needed at that time, in my humble American opinion. You're very welcome to your opinion, Lou. Yeah, but they were, weren't they? So I always remember that ski trip when they were ass farting about and knocking each other over. That was funny. See, the thing with Diana and Charles, it was doomed from the get-go. And what he didn't realise was she idolised him. She had posters of him up on her wall. For what reason, I do not know. Weird royal posh people, aren't they? But she really, really loved him. And he didn't get it because he was infatuated with Camilla, and he'd never love another woman. But he was told by his mother he was not marrying Camilla, he was marrying Diana, and he had to do what he had to do. It's such a shame how it all ended. Because she looked so happy that night, do you know what I mean? And it's like, And somebody said her last words were, "What happened?" Very sad. But it's like, I remember watching the wedding, right, which I'm sure a lot of you do. But then I sit here and I think, God, they're talking about George starting to have lessons to learn, what he'll have to do when he becomes king. And it's like, I remember when his granny got married. How old am I? It was, wasn't it, Carolyn? And it was so sad. Yeah, what happened? Did anyone hear about What's His Face? That came out not so long ago, and I was like, no, really? Al Fayed. Apparently he's a bit hands-on, if you know what I mean. Yeah, same here, Tracy. No. I don't believe that at all, Moon Fairy. Who said that? Yes, I set my alarm to watch the wedding. I think it was about 4 a.m. I remember I said to Jed, to this day, I absolutely love her dress. I love the little tiara. It was just so 80s. I remember when I watched it and it was like, wow, if I ever got married, I'd love a dress like that. Fergie's did nothing for me. And then Catherine's dress, I thought it was pure class. Absolute class. Some gossip channel. Oh. I'd never heard that. I don't think they had that. Yeah, I remember I was in Wales and I got up with tech help and I went downstairs to get a bottle and I put the telly on and the news was on and somebody was saying, "You remember Diana, don't you?" And I'm like, "Do you mean you remember Diana?" And Jed was upstairs having a shave and I'm like, "Jed, Diana's dead." And he's like, "What?" Yeah, horrible. I had to be miserable. And the thing is, Carolyn, I think in his defense, not that he deserves defense, but I think in his defense, he thought she was on the same page as him. I think he thought she knew, oh, this is just a marriage of convenience type thing to have children for the rest of the royal family, and that, I'm not really in love with you. When he said, oh, whatever that means, she should have said, yeah, the wedding's off then. Yes, I love Princess Grace's as well, Lou. Class, pure class, wasn't it? Diana went through hell. She was the innocent. She was the innocent in it all. It's such a shame. She thought it'd be a fairy tale. She was marrying her Prince Charming, and it didn't turn out like that. And she was a frail soul, wasn't she? Yeah, it's a thing with the Prince of Wales, apparently, that they have a load of women. I hope William didn't follow suit. They look happy together, though, don't they? That's the thing. Camilla and Charles look like a couple. It's just a shame Diana never had the chance to meet somebody else and move on. I remember when they announced the divorce as well. I was working in a pub that day and it was on the telly and it was like, wow. Yeah, isn't it, Lou? All that. Apparently their mum was a witch, wasn't she? Their dad was nice, though. They did have him. He was a big soppy sod. But yeah, it was. That's the thing. See, in the UK, you ask a lot of people, there's more people that have had a shit upbringing than a good one. I remember that night I heard the news. It was a Sunday night and we just got home from a beautiful day out. I couldn't believe it. No one expected that, did they? We were waiting for her to announce she was engaged to Dodie or something. I just wonder if the crash had been here. I'm not dissing the health people over in that country, but I'm just wondering here, would she have been saved a bit quicker? Because, can you imagine Diana's in a car crash, everyone would stop and let the ambulance through to the hospital. Do you know what I mean? And they'd have all the best surgeons flown in. I do too, Shan. I think they are. If you catch them, right, when they're out in public and you look, you've just got to look at the way they look at each other at the corner of their eye. I think that gives it away. Because he was asked fighting about doing something he shouldn't be doing, and she just looked at him and he went, oop. And it's like, do you know what I mean? They've got this joke between them, and he's like, I'm in trouble now. And he always puts his hand on her back. He lets her go first. He treats her with respect. And I like that. It's the way she looks at him as well. I like to think they're happy. Oh, sorry it ruined your holiday, Moon Fairy. But it's one of those, isn't it? You can remember where you were. Like, I remember where I was when I heard about Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I do, Moon Fairy. I think they're very happy. They look like a normal family. Do you know what I mean? When they're not working and they're at home and they're down at the beach with the kids, or they're fighting about with the dog and whatever, they do. They just, and because she's got a down to earth family, I think that's what keeps them grounded as well. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine being them? And she's like, I'm bringing my boyfriend home. And they're like, oh, okay, who is it? William. Oh, that's a nice name. What does he do? He's in line to the throne, Mother. Yes, I do too. There was a thing here the other day, and it made him sound like he'd only just spoken. They were like, Louis speaks for the first time. And it's like, oh, I'm sure he's been speaking for a long time. But he was at the Commonwealth Games, and Catherine said to him, you've been practicing your handstands or whatever, haven't you, Louis? And he went, yes, but Catherine says I don't do it very well. Charlotte says I don't do it very well. Him at the, I just loved it with what's his face, the rugby player that's married to Princess Anne's daughter. Can't think of his name at the time. And Louis was asked fighting about in the seat in front of him at something. I don't know what it was. And he turned around and he's like, and Louis just turned around really quietly and sat down. It's like, I'll behave, I promise, uncle, whatever he is. He's a cutie. Next year will be 30. Oh, wow. It's insane, isn't it? Time just flies now. Thank goodness he met Catherine. He was devastated by his mum's death. I think Catherine is giving him a happy, normal life. Yeah. And he still shows signs of what his mother taught him while she was alive, like taking him out of the palace in the middle of the night to show him the homeless people and how they need to help and what they need to do. Do you know what I mean? And he still carries that on now. It's nice. Harry was hit hard as well. I remember him saying, I felt sorry for him because they were at, where were they? They were at Sandringham or Balmoral or somewhere, and all the cousins were there. So it's like the only time they got to have a normal life, so they could go out and play football and be stupid and whatever, and not have the press pestering them. And Diana phoned up and William spoke to her, and then he gave the phone to Harry, and Harry was like, I want to play with my cousins, can I go now? And she laughed and said yeah, and he said he wished he'd stayed on the phone longer had he known. But you didn't know, did you? Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure your mum didn't hold anything against you for wanting to go play. But yeah, it's hard looking back. It's like I've said umpteen times to tech help and that, if we have an argument and I die, please don't go around for the rest of your day saying, oh, if only I shouldn't have said, why, what if I'd said X to my mum? Because I've carried that with my gran. The last thing I said to my gran before we went to my aunt's Christmas dinner, I truly regret. And it's like, she probably didn't give it a second thought, and nobody else would have thought anything, but I do. And it's like, I shouldn't have spoken to her like that, because she'd she'd had, same as my brother-in-law, funnily enough, she had an ulcer and it burst, and she went into hospital and they took 3/4 of her stomach away. So she could only eat tiny little bits, like a little and often. And we were going for Christmas dinner. And I said, oh, and don't go saying I can't eat a lot and don't put a lot on my plate. We know. And I just really feel bad about that because she couldn't help it, could she? She couldn't eat a lot. The UK was unprepared for the massive turnout for Diana. I remember watching Kensington Palace inundated with flowers. It's like Buckingham Palace. You couldn't move outside Buckingham Palace for flowers. And everybody was saying that the Queen should have come back sooner, but she thought she was doing the best thing for the boys, keeping them away from all of that. And I remember when they did come back, thank you, Lou. I remember when they did come back and they were out looking at flowers, somebody shouted and said, make sure you look after those boys. And Philip turned around and said, that's what we were doing. And it's like, exactly, that's what you were doing. You were keeping them cocooned away from all the press and all the nonsense, and you were going to bring them back when they had to come back. But fucking Tony Blair stuck his tuppence worth in, and then everyone was having a go at them. They ended up going to hospitals in the end, from what I can remember. What lived went to hospitals. I always thought she was a bit odd at the start because she looked up at you, and I thought she can't be that shy. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's an act. But by the end, I got her. And it's like all the people that loved her and missed her. There wasn't one person that said a bad word about her. And that's the measure of a person, isn't it? What people say about you when you're gone. Because that's the one chance they get to say, oh, she was this, she was that. But no one said that. Everybody loved her. It's hard, isn't it? And then other families sail through life and nothing happens and everyone's happy. Did I watch the movie The Queen? Yes, but I can't remember much about it now. I watched The Crown as well. That was cool. I was never going to watch that because I was like, I fucking lived through it. Why do I need to watch all that again? And I loved every minute of The Crown. I thought it was so cool. Can you imagine how overwhelming it must have been for her? She handled things with so much grace. Yeah. Yes, I do. And one of my memories is, like I was saying to Jed the other day, funnily enough, we were talking about it. Do you remember when she had that big black baby? He was huge. And she turned to the mum and she went, what are you feeding him? He's a right lump. It's like, yeah, he was enormous. He looked like a toddler and he was only a baby. It was funny. See, I'm sure the Queen would have been like that too, but she had so much protocol and so much more was expected of her. Do you know what I mean? And she just had to be the Queen. She couldn't let her true colours show. So she never got to say things funny or whatever. There was a thing, someone made a cake and she was trying to cut it and it wouldn't cut. She was like, oh, don't mind me, I'll just struggle on. It'd be cool if they did. Did you watch Victoria? I love that series. That was a cool series. I wish there was more of that. Apparently they were obsessed with each other, Victoria and Albert. That's why she was in mourning for so long. She couldn't cope without him. Did you watch we had a series here. I don't know if you got it over there. I think it's just called Victoria. Let me have a look. See if I can find it. Then you can look it up if you haven't seen it. But it was from when she was young, before she married Albert. And it was really cute. It's got the IMDb. Let's try Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Well, it's on our Netflix. If you want to try and see if you can find it on there, Lou. But yeah, it's from when she was young, before she married Albert, up until he died. I think that's when it ended. It was a really good. And see, I'm not into history, but I thought, oh, go on, I'll watch it, and that was it. I was hooked. Mrs. Brown with Dame Judi Dench and Billy. No. What was that? Was that in a Mrs. Brown show? Billy, I tell you, I don't want Billy to go. That'll be a day I'll be in bits. See, he's another one. Yeah, we like to do stuff like that, Carolyn. We're not as stuck up and pompous as people think we are over here. Who plays Queen Victoria? Dame Judi. Oh, yes. No, that's the film with Billy Connolly in. Duh, wake up. I thought you were talking about Mrs. Brown's Boys for some reason. Yes, I did see that. It was brilliant. Like Dame Judi as well. She's another one. She's got something now where she can't go into places on her own anymore. I don't know if it's her eyesight or what it is. I think it's her eyesight. There's something. My glasses are always wonky. Yeah, there's something, and she's not as words capable anymore. So she has to go into places with people. So she started stopping. She is, yeah. She started stopping going to awards and different things now because she needs help. And I don't think she wants people to see her like that. See, it's hard, isn't it, when you've been somebody that's been put up on a pedestal and then you're just normal and something goes wrong and then you don't want people to see you like that. But people don't care. They still love you, whether you need help or you don't need help. We're all the same at the end of the day. He was good in that, wasn't he, Lou? I like Billy in that. Yeah, I just saw Mrs. Brown and thought Mrs. Brown's Boys. I was like, where was Billy Connolly in Mrs. Brown's Boys? Yay! Hi, Ashley. Glad you got here. Now I'm melting, honestly. It goes from one extreme to the other, doesn't it? Tell you this, heat pad as well earned its money. That's what Lisa says. Worth every penny. Oops, sorry. No regrets. Of course it's worth every penny when you've got money to fucking throw around and you don't care what you're spending it on. Jared Butler was his brother. As time goes by. Yes, that was a great sitcom. Oh, she was in something else as well. I can't think what it was now. Cold night in northern New England tonight, 50s. Oh, I'm coming over. I need to cool down now. I've had IBS. I've had my heat pad on, Ashley. Now I'm melting. This is all back to front on here. It's weird. It's my, because I've just clicked go live and I'm on the webcam. On my other thing, I'm the other way round. Don't know if you've noticed, like that is normally over here. I hope you're wrapped up, Ashley. Have a hot chocolate. 83 in Tennessee. Wow. At 9 o'clock in the evening. That's warm. Is it always hot in Tennessee? I'm crap at knowing whereabouts you are. Geography was never my strong point. Hopeless. I only know Italy looks like a boot. That's as far as I get. Yeah, we were just saying that, Ashley. We've lost a legend, didn't we? What I liked about Dolly was she never gave a fuck what anyone thought about her. You're on your own, Carolyn. Bring on the winter. Yes, I was saying to Jed about her giving out all them books and that she did that people didn't know anything about. He only found out the other day, funnily enough. He said he never knew she wrote I Will Always Love You. And it's like, duh, what rock have you been under? $73. What are we here in real numbers? Hang on, I'll have a look. $16. Oh, 14. And the humidity is 96%. Right, so, but in real numbers, what would that be? Because I don't like stupid numbers like that. Is that, what, that 59? We are here. God, I don't know how you live with that, Bonnie. I really don't. Yeah, she wrote a lot of hits for others, didn't she, Ashley? That's it. She was just Dolly, wasn't she? She didn't get into all the shit. No. $83. No. Bring on the snow. I like it when it's cold. My mum she loved the heat. I couldn't stand it. Yes, there's a difference, isn't there, Lou? I bet there'll be an outpouring to Dollywood, won't there? I wonder if they'll do something there, like have a little concert or something in for her. I reckon half of America will come to a standstill for a funeral, won't it? Have they said when? Or because we just get that she's passed over here, they don't go into it like they do in American TV shows. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like being back to front. Right, this side needs to go up. Right, oh, who cares? Yes, there should be something at the Grand Ole Opry, shouldn't there? No one calls it the Grand Ole Opry, do they? Just call it the Opry. That shows when you're an outsider, doesn't it? When you give it its full name. Oh, you're not from around here, are you? No. Yeah, they probably will do, won't they? They're good with things like that. I bet they are, Ashley. They're one step closer to her, aren't they? Yeah, I knew they'd do something. Yeah, it's a sad day. I just love how she had it all organised. It's like, go, Dolly. Small and private at her request. Right. I like the carefree lifestyle. Summer shorts, beach. No, I like hot water bottles and thick pajamas and cozying up under blankets. We're the exact opposite, Carolyn. They'll probably have a thing, what do they call it, afterwards then for her. Like something at the Opry, obviously, but maybe I don't know. My head today, I'm sorry, people, words have gone. I won't, yeah, there will be events all over. That's the one thing she can have private, though, isn't it? Her funeral with all her family and friends. Yeah, they're finally back together. I've had that going round and round in my head of Islands in the Stream. That's all I've heard since I heard that she passed. If I find that thing on Twitter, you'll be able to hear it, won't you? Hang on, let me see if it's still here. No. This one. Where's the sound gone? Yeah. Jolene. I only woke up a couple of hours ago. That's why. Very early. I'll put the link in the thing so you can go and listen to it yourselves. If I can find it now. It's just a beautiful rendition of a song where you don't think of Dolly Parton singing it. Do you know what I mean? Do you get dressed up and go out caroling? I sleep when I'm tired caroling, so I could be up for 48 hours and then go to sleep for 24, or do you know what I mean? I could be up 4 hours and feel like crap and go back to bed. It's just like my sleep has no pattern whatsoever. Oh, you going anywhere nice, Shan? A week off. You deserve more than that. I feel like fucking, what's his name? Two Ronnies. His glasses were never right, were they? Can't remember the last time we went on holiday. Thing was, we were always really glad to get home. Honestly, we're such homebodies. You know what it's like when you go away and the bed's uncomfortable and everything's different, and it's like, especially with autistic people, it's like, oh, that's not here and I don't like that. And Kansas, nice. I hope you have a wonderful time, Shan. I was going to say send me a postcard. Do people even do that anymore? Yeah, I suppose it goes out the window when the kids get older, doesn't it? Ah, so not exactly a holiday. Well, at least it'd be a change of scenery for you. That's something. Bonnie, are you still here? I've only been on a plane twice, I think. I went to Ireland. That was it. I went there and back. We don't fly as often as you do. You fly like we take buses, don't you? Tootling about cross country. We don't do that. How big are they, Tracy? What have you got? Is that them in the picture? I can't see. It's too small. I looked at my watch numbers earlier and I nearly died. They've gone up again. Yeah, I'm going to put that in a ballerina watch, Carolyn, in her fairy book. Honestly, the woman's demented. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he says, no, you're not having a Rhodesian Ridgeback in the middle of a bloody town. No. Had we had a rambling ranch, then he could have had what he wanted, but no. We're also homebodies, but we try to go somewhere a few times a year. Yes, hubby and my mum are going with me this time. Oh, nice. What dogs have you got? Is it Jill? Have I got it wrong? I'm trying. Yes, I know, I'm very trying. I love the train as well. I used to take the train every day to work when I worked at the Waldorf Hotel, and it's like, I love that. The noise. It's probably not the same with you, but. Oh, they're babies still. My numbers have gone up again, Bonnie. Let me just look. Can I go there? Look at that. No, I don't want to switch the account. That's Tara Baby showing her collection if anyone's interested. YouTube Studio. Right, what were we at? 978, weren't we? And I've looked today and we're now at 1,052. I've only got another 4,000 to get. 3. I could do this, couldn't I? Oh, that's big. I bet you don't argue with them. I bet they still think they're lap dogs as well and sit on you. And then you can't move, can you? It's like, get off, you lump. Yeah, I've only got another 3,000 to go. I'm shocked. Total shock. So I'll do these lives here while I can to get the numbers up, and then I'll do them back on Exposed. I saw a message today. This woman left a message on Exposed saying that she doesn't know where I find the time to watch Lisa and then watch her again to react to her. And it's like, because I don't, stupid. Bonnie, did you used to follow Gal? Yes. Gal Charlotte. I thought your name looked familiar. What's she up to now? Wasn't she in hospital? What was wrong with her? Yes, I have a Beagle Boxer mix and a West Virginian yellow dog and a 21-year-old mixed terrier. She was named Bindi after Steve Irwin's daughter. I got her the day that he was killed. Ah, that was another one. That hit hard, didn't it? And then I stayed up because it was at silly o'clock because it was Australia. I stayed up for like the funeral that they had at the wildlife park, and Bindi got up and spoke, and she was only a baby. She's 21 now. Wow. I watched her on Dancing with the Stars. She was amazing, wasn't she? And I follow them on Instagram, and their mum's got an account now as well. And it's like, they're such a beautiful family. They really are. Didn't it? It was tragic. And they've still got the film of that. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'd dispose of that. Because they were filming for a show, weren't they? And they caught it on film. And it was, do you remember? I don't know if it happened in America, but in England, every other week they were saying, oh, he's died. And it's like, what? Steve Irwin's died. And it's like, what? And then when he died, no one believed them. Do you know why she was in hospital, Bonnie? I think she popped up on my recommended, but I didn't watch it. But she was going on about going to hospital. It's like, not you and all. See, Tracy, when they get out and get together, you don't know who's going to have a baby, do you? Oh, lucky you, Carolyn. My bucket list is Garth Brooks, but I'll never get to do that. He was here and I couldn't go, so. Oh, bless her. And then she's at home on her own. That's hard. But then I had a baby. They say it's near enough the same thing, a C-section and a hysterectomy. Only people run around people with hysterectomies, and people with C-sections have got to get on with it. I hope she's okay. I might bob in and see if she's okay. Yeah, Garth was, where was he? In London at Hyde Park Corner, Hyde Park. And it's like, I looked at it. It's like, no, you have to stand up. I can't do standing up. Oh. Can't you get a... How about... Could you get a dog sitter to visit every so often for your dog to get used to them before you did anything and they were used to them? And tell the dog sitter that they're scared of the dark and all the things that they need. It's like having babies, isn't it? You have to... Do you know what we don't have it here, not that I've ever heard of, is doggy daycare. I should do that. Open up a doggy daycare. It'd make a fortune. I remember the first time I heard of that, and it was like, shit, that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a dog and you disappear for 8 hours, they're like, where is she? Where's she gone? Why is she not here? I'm hungry. I need the loo. Where's my mum? Do you know what I mean? It's like, they don't know where you've gone or why you've gone. Yeah, I don't watch her either, Carolyn, but she does bob up on my page every now and then. Dogs are worse than babies. See, I've only ever had cats and budgies. I've never had a dog because I was living with my mum. Then I was living in flats that you weren't allowed to have dogs. And then I had a baby and I didn't have the energy for a dog. And it's like, now I could have a dog. I'm not well enough to look after one. So Australian Shepherd and Border Collie. If I can't go, neither do. Oh, that's nice, Red Rider. Yeah, it's not heard of here. I don't hear of it. Let me just Google it, because I don't think anybody does it here. It sounds weird, but UK. 2 have come up. Boarding. See, all we have, doggy daycare kennels. Oh, look at their face. Here it's mainly like boarding kennels. So like if you're going on holiday, you leave your dog there. There's not many people that just take a dog in for the day while you're at work. It'd be a fun job, wouldn't it, Carolyn? Yeah, same. Hi, Rebecca. Cattle ranch, and they're working dogs. They go everywhere with me. They're good. They're hard workers, aren't they, dogs on ranches? I think we all prefer animals, don't we? They're much nicer than people. You know where you stand with a dog or a cat. Do you know what I mean? They don't turn on you like people. I keep going to turn this the right way and I'm making it worse because it's back to front. Oh, that reminds me of I had a friend when Tech Help was in primary school, and one of his friends in the class, her mum's boyfriend had a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Soppy sod it was. Anyway, he decided to put down hardwood floors, and the dog came in after it was all done and was running on the spot, and it was like, what's happening? I can't move. Why am I not moving? So we had to go out and buy rugs. So it defeated the object in the end. Oh, that's nice to hear, Carolyn. I bet they do, Red Rider. They do work hard. Oh. Well, you're doing a good job with them. Look up in WV. Is it Jill? You're doing a good job. They obviously weren't suited with who they were with before. Jill, right. I think I might remember that now because I've said it a few times, haven't I? I'm hoping I've remembered it right. I remember it. Boarding is so expensive here. $75 per dog a night. Yeah. People take the piss, don't they? Cedric. I love shadows. They're supposed to be bloody good, though, them Rhodesian Ridgebacks, aren't they? Once you train them, they know exactly what they're doing and they do a really good job. I love Yorkies. Got a soft spot for Yorkies. See, I'd love to have a little dog like that now, but I just haven't got the. I'm too sick to take dogs walking and what have you. So, because we don't go anywhere, so they'd be perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? If I was going out more, I could like tie a dog lead to the mobility scooter, and we could go round and round the round and round in circles. But that'd be about it. Do they charge you for bringing a dog on the aeroplane if you go? Because wasn't Lisa talking about putting fucking Lola Bunny in a bag under the seat in front of her? Can you do that? That's shit. Who does that? They are cuteness overload, aren't they? Akita, yes. Oh. What happened, Red Rider? They're beautiful dogs, Akitas. See, I'd never cope with a big dog like that. I was saying to Jed, we all should be getting dogs now because the invaders don't like them. So at least the girls could go out in peace in London. If they had a dog on a lead, they'd leave them alone. That's the thing with cats, aren't they? Where's mum? I don't care. Where's the food? Oh, look, food. Yeah, they're not asked. Unless they want to come and sit on your lap and get a warm. They don't care, do they? Cute, and they know it. Hi, MM. How you doing? Rottweilers and pit bull. I'm too old for large dogs. Yeah, they pull, don't they? Oh, wow, you have two Akitas. You're all dog people, aren't you? Rottweilers are cute. When they're yours. No, when they're somebody else's, they're scary. It used to be, I said, we used to have a game at my uncle's house that there was a house opposite and their driveway went right up. And the dog used to sit at the top of the driveway and we'd be throwing a ball out the window to somebody in our driveway. And we'd see how quick we could catch the ball and get in before the dog came down to try and get the ball. We used to drive him mad, poor thing. It was like, if he ever does get down one day, we're going to lose our arse. Cool. Oh, that's a cool dog. Did he get a badge from the police? They do that over there, don't they? They give dogs badges when they do something cool. Yeah, you have to know how to look after Akitas and Rottweilers and Pit Bulls, don't you? Load the two of them up in the back seat in their doggy beds. Oh, doggy seats. So cool. Oh, Great Danes. You got ribeye steak. I bet that was much better than a badge. Good for him. There was a friend because my uncles had clubs, and I've grown up with Irish show bands my entire life. Anyway, I went thumbing around Ireland, and I was staying with one of the musicians from a band. And as he pulled into the house, he said, "Oh, I hope you like dogs." And there was a head there. And he went, "That's Tiny." And I'm like, "You call him Tiny?" He had 4 of them, Great Danes. They were huge. And they'd got into his mum's house and ate both of her Yorkshire Terriers. And it's like, and you want me not to be frightened of them? Scary dogs. I never knew that, Tracy. Oh, that's good, Moon Fairy. If I just lay here and listen, will you get watch time? You can lull me to sleep, lol. Yes, I will, and I hope to do that for you, MM. Thank you. £70 of Goofy. See, these lives are as much as me chatting with you as you chatting with each other. I love it that you're all having a chat and see you all. We've obviously got a connection, haven't we? I grew up with a Newfoundland. Wow, they're huge. Yeah, that's like a horse. That's not a dog. I said we had when I moved in with my gran. My mum and I moved in with my gran. There was a German Shepherd next door, and he was like my shadow. And my gran gave me a bone to bring out. And I was only little at the time, and I was banging it on the wall, and he came bounding down from the end of the garden, and everyone thought he was going to eat me. And he just sat there looking at me until I gave it to him. And then he used to let me ride around the garden on his back, holding his ears. He was a beautiful dog. Once they decide you're their person, that's it, isn't it? St. Bernard's. That reminds me of Thingy. Schnorbits was its name. There was a man on the telly who had a St. Bernard, and he was called Schnorbits. What did she call them, Carolyn? In? I don't know where he got the name Schnorbits from. Maybe because it snored. I don't know, but it was such a cute dog. Squeaky doors. Oh, I want a cat. Looking at you, Shan. Yeah, I'd love a cat again. Ooh, very posh mood, very. I told you that story about what my mum did with the Persian cats in the pub, didn't I? An evil bitch. Shit, they used to hiss at her. It's like, oh, I wonder why. Animals know, don't they? Fred and Bernie Winters, that's what they were called, and it was them that had Schnorbits. Mike and Bernie Winters, that's what it was. Isn't that funny? My brother has a German Shepherd. Unfortunately, he's mean. He actually bit my older brother a couple of months ago and ended up with 13 stitches. He's been poorly trained. Oh, that's a shame. Thank you, K-Pat. Oscar. It's a nice name. I'm still waiting for Milo to end up in a padded envelope. Riley and Presley. That's cool. I like that. I love people's pets' names. It's like, how did you come up with that? Oh, One day, if I ever get my bungalow with an ensuite, I'm going to get a short hair. And then you'll never see me because I'll be playing with my cat. Schnauzers. Oh. Yeah, you need a while, don't you, to grieve? They're cute, aren't they, Lou? Funny, though, that Bernie, because Bernie's not a... I don't know, you had a... Can you have a... No, he was a thing, wasn't he? A vice president, Bernie, but it wasn't... I don't even think it was a popular name here. But yeah. I wish I still had mine, Lou. I would do if it wasn't for me fucking mother. But hey, well, I wouldn't have it now, obviously. She'd be too old by now. But... Well, of course, that sort of goes without saying, Carolyn. That follows, isn't it? Mine was called Higgy because she was born on the night of a hurricane, and I was told I was going to get in a boy. And my favourite snooker player at the time was Alex Higgins, and they used to call him the Hurricane Higgins. So I was going to call the cat Higgins, but it turned out it was a girl, so I called her Higgy. Irish Aussie. Ah, cool. That's an American thing, Papa. We don't say that here. Man, they've started saying it now because they copy everything you do. But hi, Susan. Yeah. Funny, isn't it, how you start something over there and before long everyone here's saying it. It's like Tech Help the other day said something. And I was like, sod off with your sidewalk and elevator. I don't know what it was he said, but because he spends most of the time talking to Americans online, same as me. Toby, after Toby Keith, very nice. Thunder, I like that. Max, that's a popular dog name, isn't it, Max? Tech Help can't catch a break. No, we can't. Teddy, that's cute. They've got cute little teddy faces as well, haven't they? We used to sell so many Yorkies when I worked at the pet shop. It was amazing. Like I said, they all used to come back to buy toys and things and visit us and see how they'd grown. And Shih Tzus. We sold a load of Shih Tzus. They're cute little dogs. If I ever got a dog, that's what it would be, a toy dog. It wouldn't be a big thing. I couldn't do that. Isn't it, Lou? Perfect name. Malcolm. Oh, that's cool. Is he the middle dog? Where did Malcolm come from, Susan? Why did you pick that name? Tango and Maximus. Now they're names, aren't they? Tango. Sounds like a police dog. Tango. Budgie I had was called Blue because it was blue and it was bought for this little boy, but he had asthma and so they had to give the bird away, so I took it. And he was fun. Malcolm's from Macbeth. Ah. Whammy. £125. That's some heap of a dog. Love the name Malcolm. It's cool, isn't it? I love dogs with people names. It's funny. Wanda. How did Wanda Lisa Rice? Wanda Lisa Rice. Wanda Lisa Rice. Is that what it is? Wyatt. I love Wyatt. Ah, no, I like that. That's cool, Tracy. I named my beagle after Donald Trump. We call him Donny. Got him during COVID when they found all those beagles in that laboratory. I went to the shelter to save a beagle that day. Oh, that's beautiful. Then I had a Pakistani Mastiff named Maroof. Cool. It's like I told you about the neighbour. He's moved now. But when the boys were little, like Tech Help was still in primary school and we used to walk down with them. Anyway, they got a dog. And I don't know what they had, but they were hefty little things. And he said, don't ever get your kid to name the dog, because he named it Doodles. Because there was a dog in a kids program called Doodles. So he thought that would be cute. And he says, look at me, big fat ass of a bloke with tattoos and a bald head going out in the middle of the night. Doodles. Lady and the Tramp with the two Siamese cats singing that song. Yeah, that's all I seem to remember as well. We are Siamese, if you please. It's silly, the things that stick in your head. How big's a mini one? Mystical fairies. I bet you still love him though, Jill. If I named a dog DT, it would get shot, or I would hear in Crazy California. That's sad. Oh, she'll love this. I'm aerating the garden, don't you know? Digging a hole. But had somebody else ever dug a hole and buried a bone? That might have been what he was looking for. I do wish politics didn't divide people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just here in the UK, a lot of people, we don't talk about who we vote for. It's just the unwritten rule. You don't bother, because all it does is cause arguments if you happen to be sat with someone who doesn't agree with it. But surely, if I like X and I want to vote for X, I should be allowed to vote for X, and I shouldn't have half of the country screaming at me saying, you're stupid, why are you doing that? Obviously, I'm doing it for my reasons. You know, you may not agree with me, that's fine, but I do wish people wouldn't fall out over it. They're always looking for food. It's funny though, isn't it, Luke? Because I see a lot of people discussing it all the time now, and it's like, really, you don't want to do that. Do you know, I didn't even realise it was based in London, Carolina. I haven't been watching Lisa since Jules was off, but she got another dog. Yeah, apparently so. I haven't got to that video yet, Tracy. Acorn. See, I knew he had to be digging up something. Bless him. The squirrels are like, shit. Long-haired Chihuahua. Chihuahua and a pit mix. How in the name of God did that happen? I don't even want to think about it. People are consumed by, aren't they though, Lou? That's all they seem to be talking about. Two little pigs. But that's the thing. It's like, don't, because it's like the unwritten rule used to be, don't talk about religion, politics, or something else. Can't remember what the other one was now. Scary. That is, nah. Please say it was artificial insemination, Moon Fairy. Bonnie, Oscar would eat all the day if we let him. They're little buggers, aren't they? But I haven't eaten. But your dad just gave you a big who? No, he didn't give me anything. I'm starving. I'm wasting away. Look at me. Religion, politics, and money. Yeah. Yes. Wanda Lisa Rice is in honour of a public figure. I was trying to say it all together and it wasn't happening, but I got it in the end. Religion or politics, yeah. Either way, do you know what I mean? It's not worth it. Not worth arguing over. Because people vote for people that are going to do things they want them to do. And if you're friends with that person and you get on with that person and they get on with you, don't fucking talk about who you voted for, because you'll see them in a different light, and they're not necessarily a different person. There's probably just something that one person's going to do for them that the other isn't. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's sad. Yes, I realised it was Condoleezza Rice afterwards. It is private, Carolyn. Yeah, see, why is it a thing now, Moon Fairy? Everybody talks about it. Yay! Hiya, Christina. It's not worth it. No. Exactly, Lou. And it's like, does it really matter? I don't care who you voted for. You voted for them for a reason. That's it. End of. Right, Bonnie. But nowadays, people just talk about anything. And what I hate is one side are really, really loud and they will scream the other side down. And it's like, you had your choice. They have theirs. Sod off. Lisa's fixing outfits to wear when she's walking the dogs. God. Heck, I'm good to put my bra and underwear on to go to the dog. Where's your dressing gown? Quick. Any excuse to buy more fucking clothes, Jill. That's what that is. Oh, I need clothes to go walking my dogs. It's a personal decision. Exactly. Why is she making such a fucking big deal about walking the dogs? That's what people do. They walk their dogs. That's why you have dogs. You either have a hell of a lot of land and you let them out to run around and wear themselves out, or you take them walking if you're in a built-up area. And she didn't need two of them to go walking. Well, someone please take her to a fucking psychiatrist, and let him fucking see what is going on in that head of hers. It's the only time she goes out of the house. That, or to drive through McDonald's and sit in the shady spot. I can't with her either, Lou. It's like, I sit there and it's like, really? How old are you, Lisa? Yep, and along with the dogs as well, Moon Fairy. Yeah, exactly. How much walking does a Chihuahua need? I was just thinking, if I got a Yorkie and a spinny, they do spinny round clotheslines in the UK. So if I tied their leash to one corner and spun it, they'd walk around in circles for a while and wear themselves out, and I wouldn't have to take them anywhere. There you go. See, job done. But yeah, how far does a Chihuahua walk? It is a stupid name. Lola Bunny. Fuck off, you moron. What do they weigh? £5? That's the thing, blowing them and they'll be halfway up the road. I guess she had to get one in another colour, like how she buys clothes. Oh, well said. I don't get the bunny bit. If you want to call your dog Lola, that's fine, but Bunny makes no sense, does it? I thought she'd be bored with her already, but now she's got two. Is that what's keeping her entertained, watching the two of them run around? Did she buy another one in spite? Yeah, she did. It was a Volkswagen Beetle. I was going to say Bug and Beetle at the same time. That was supposed to be Brooke's car, but she bought it earlier and drove it for a year because God forbid she'd give Brooke something new. Then she gave it to Brooke and saw Brooke driving it and was jealous and went and bought another one. Do you remember? She got another one for a while and then she got bored with it and got something different. But yeah, I remember Bunny the car. That's what a few people have said, Red Rider. Is she going to breed them? Oh, God, no, please, no. Where would she? She doesn't know anything about breeding dogs. Are they a boy and a girl? 100% weirdo, Moon Fairy. Yeah, Laurie's is a beetle as well, but she's had hers. I think she got hers before Lisa. I don't know. I'm not sure. But she got it for her 50th birthday. I remember that because it was limited edition and all the rest of it. A boy and a girl, right. Oh, that's going to be fun and games, isn't it? Will her mama and daddy come and help her? Got the brightest crayon in the box. She's not even in the box, Bonnie. Yeah, see, I heard people have said they were dog breeders. Yeah, it is. It's not easy, is it? You don't just leave them in a corner with a fucking nice dinner and a candle and hope that they get it on. That's that. No. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot more. She won't even read the book that woman told her to get and read. She gave to Will. Oh, you read it for me because I can't be bothered. But yeah, some people said they were breeders, and then she said they just housed dogs like they were a thing, like we were talking about earlier, boarding kennels. So I don't know what the truth is, Jill. But why would you start at 55 breeding dogs? No. No. She can't boil a fucking egg. How the fuck is she going to breed dogs? Nope. My cousin had a beetle. And I remember being totally confused when she picked me up from somewhere and she put my case in the bonnet, under the bonnet. And it's like, huh? Because the engine's in the boot. Which is a good thing if you're running into people, but not if people are running into you. Hers was limited edition as well and had special leather seats and whatever, and she would run it into the ground, a bit like Lardy did. I don't know what she's doing with the dogs. I really don't. She's got no interest in them really, apart from show. They're just an accessory. Oh look, I have a dog. And I don't care. If you get a British short-haired cat, then we've got a fight on, but I'm not asked about your dog. These two are from Sainsbury's. She saw the second one on the website and she just had to get to. So basically they're brother and sister. And she's going to breed a brother and sister. Please, someone take the dogs off her. She's clueless. It's like her little head, Lola's head, was like that, and say her eye is here, and she was doing that. It's like that's not how you fucking pet a dog, really. And stop sticking your fucking finger in its eye. Have a lovely evening, Shan, and enjoy your holiday. I look forward to seeing you when you get back. How did you type that quick, Lou? Oh, that's pretty. See, I love how you all chat to each other. It's nice. Like I said, there was a community thing I set up, but Chanel, yeah, she's got Chanel, Sassy, and what's the other one? Bubba, Sassy, and Chanel. Shanae's a lump and should be on a diet. Mind you, they all should be on a diet. She doesn't know what she's doing with animals. She shouldn't have them. She hasn't grown up yet. I'd love to somebody put in a little CCTV in there. I'd love to see her interaction with all the animals when the camera's off. Because I bet she doesn't pay them any bloody attention. Yeah, it's like, and her children, yeah. I don't think she interacts with Will at all. I really don't. She did. It was a Chihuahua, Bridget. And she was a bitch to her as well. No, he doesn't look like he'd put up with much, Red Rider. Who are they? What's that? Get them out. Yeah, John did everything for Bridget. All Lisa did was moan about her. It's like there was one where she was doing a video upstairs in the rental, and Bridget was crying and wandering up and down because they just moved, right? Imagine you've spent all your life in one house. Then all of a sudden, boom, you're somewhere else and you don't know where you are. You don't know what's up. You don't know where your bed is. You don't know where your food is. And she was fucking fuming that Bridget was crying. Oh, I'm not going to get anything done with her today. And it's like, oh, go fuck yourself. Yep. She left the cat. Cat had been hit by a fucking car, had its jaw hanging off, and she left it in the garage because she couldn't be asked. It was too expensive to pay for an emergency vet. She wasn't going. She wasn't paying for that. Oh, but she's such a good pet, Mama, and she's such a lovely lady. No, she's not. She doesn't bond with anything, Moon Fairy. That's the thing with narcs. They don't bond with anybody. The only thing they're interested in is themselves. They just love themselves. It's like if I had a house with 3 cats and 2 puppies, I wouldn't be making videos. I'd be arsing about on the floor with the animals. Yeah, for shoes that she'll never fucking wear, Lou. Or she'll be stupid enough to not fucking wear in and then wear them once when she's somewhere else. And they've got bad juju. They gave me blisters. Because you're a fucking idiot that doesn't know to break your shoes in before you wear them somewhere. Oh, a friend of mine just told me, why don't you put socks on and wear them around the house? I never knew. No, because you're fucking stupid. I wouldn't leave her in charge of herself. Never mind 3 cats and 2 fucking dogs. It's true, though, isn't it, Lou? She's a fucking moron. I don't know how she's got to this age and she's still alive. Fucking idiot. And then I have people shouting at me how nice she is. How? Exactly. She didn't know how to clean between her toes. I never knew you had to do that. And then she sells her shoes. No, I'm fucking buying shoes off of her. I remember when, what's her face, the Glamorous Life, Kat, she bought a pair of shoes off her, but she was too big at the time to wear them, so she's just sit in them. Because she thought they were pretty. She passed as well. God rest her. Exactly, yuck. So why? No. You told everyone that you didn't wash your feet and you don't wear socks, and then you're trying to sell your shoes. No. Blech. What was her excuse for the extra dog? Did she say, oh, I didn't want Lola Bunny to be lonely? I have to admit, I think they're cute looking little things. When I first heard her say that she paid a couple of $1,000 on a purse, it blew my mind. That would be a mortgage payment for me. Yeah, exactly. It'll be a few months' rent. Do you know what I mean? It's like she doesn't care. It doesn't compute. She doesn't. It's like, oh, it's just money. I don't even know if she steams them, to be honest, Moon Fairy. Have you seen the pictures? They look fugly. Yeah, of course John will end up doing it all. That's what he does. He picks up all the slack because she decides after 5 minutes she's bored. It's like with her lipsticks. John ended up doing the rest of it because she couldn't be bothered. No, I'd never let her do another thing again if I was John. I'd be like, what the fuck? No. She might have a lot of money, but she doesn't have the kind of money to waste the amount she does. Exactly. I don't think she gave a reason. I said one day, Moon Fairy, I was watching, and I said if Brooke was watching, that she's not showing the clothes in the best light and she needs to steam them properly because they're wrinkled and she's got them hanging next to something and it's confusing where they are, and you've got half a wall between the top and the bottom, and it's like, no, they should be on a plain wall away from everything, and the focus is on the outfit. But she hasn't done that. Obviously she's as dumb as her mum. So it doesn't take, I mean, she takes photos. Brooke used to take a lot of photos back in the day, so surely she'd know how to position something in a photograph to show it off at its best light. But no, I wouldn't want her clothes either. And then the other day in the thing I did, the fucking so-called closet clear out. Oh, that dress has got bad juju. You can buy it. Why would I want to buy a dress that's got bad juju? She's impulsive, compulsive, and out of control. Yep. And she's using YouTube to cover her shopping addiction. Oh, I wouldn't have all this stuff if it wasn't for YouTube. Fuck off. Stop trying to hide your addiction under your YouTube channel. It's my career. Yeah, whatever. You're really a career woman when you walk out of a fucking meeting because you're bored and they're not talking about makeup and it's Marnie and you can't listen to her, so you leave. Oh, and then your phone broke and you couldn't get an Uber. My heart bleeds. That's what she does though, Moon Fairy. She just puts them back in and doesn't think. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. It's like I got some bits for Madam the other day and it was like, try it on, see if it fits, give it to Dad to put in the wash. Nothing in this house gets worn unless it's been washed first. And then when you wear it, you put it straight in the wash. That's what you do. I love doing laundry. Looks like it. I was expecting her to actually clean something in her closet. What the hell did she do? Stand there, read tips from other YouTubers? Exactly. Oh, I wrote down in my diary. Yeah, what other people said. I would think John is suppressing angry for the amount of money she spends. I just don't understand why he hasn't pulled her and said, I know this YouTube money is your money, but you do realise what you could have done with it if you didn't waste it on all this shit. Everyone hates her hair, don't they? The way I look at it, though, is at least she has hair. She's got more than I've got. I thank God that my hair grew back. Fucking dim-ass woman. That's how you know she's a narc. It's like you only need a few things to know and you can see it a mile off. It's like that video I did that I've got pinned on my exposed page. I. Here I am. How can you watch that and not see she's a narc? You're just mean. You're jealous. I'd love to see that, Carolyn, but I very much doubt he says anything because he's constantly walking on fucking eggshells with her. And she'd go into a strop if he said anything. It's like when she says, oh, I could have been a brat. I could have said, but that's going to make me really happy. That's what's going to make me happy. I want that, John. And he would have given it to me. What got me was him opening all our boxes for her. It's like, are you really that? Yeah, you are really that stupid. Yeah, he's probably like, I can't leave her loose with a knife. She'll kill an animal or cut herself. I'll do it. I'm going to teach you how to boil an egg. Okay. How old do you think we are? I was doing that when I was fucking 7, love. Yeah. I think that's his happy place, isn't it? The golf course. She'd take everything he had, wouldn't she? She'd screw him to a wall. But surely, couldn't he turn around and say that he was a supporter of her in her career and he did the lipstick and he opened all the boxes and he sent all the returns and whatever, he should get half of what she has. Or does it not work that way over there? That's what I'd do if I was John. But I was her assistant. I did everything. I fed her. I clothed her. I sent her returns back. I opened her boxes. I ran her lipstick empire. All she ever did was record the video. Someone else edited it. I bought her subscribers for her. Thing is, I think she does make a decent amount on YouTube. Well, she used to make a big amount before. She's not making as much as she used to, but she is making money on that. See, well, the thing about that Red Rider is if you look for her lipsticks on Amazon, American Amazon, it says Lisa D1 Inc. So what does that mean over there? And she said in videos that her team is Brooke, John, and Will. She said it before. She said the returns department, John's doing the returns, blah, 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 blah. So if I was him, I'd take her for half of what she's got. Corporation Incorporated, right. And she'll have to have her name and his name on it, won't she? And then she'll have Will and Brooke as employees. Because I reckon it was probably John who said, oh, you can't just do this willy-nilly. You've got to do it properly. Yeah, but it says on the lips, not necessarily. Oh. But it says on Amazon, Lisa D1 Inc. for the lip. They're selling the lipsticks. So I don't know about companies and whatever. Clueless. But it's like, oh, I want to make a lipstick. I want to do this. Oh, this will be fun. That'll be fun. And then she doesn't bother doing it. They live different lives. He'll gladly box and run her returns to the post and go off and do his own thing. Doesn't he have an office in the garage or something? Now, his office is right inside the front door on the right-hand side. It was supposed to have big glass doors, but, oh, I didn't want everyone to just see in his office where it'd be a mess. So he's like closed in. Like, you know, when she's sat, you can see where Will's room was, and then there's a door for a bathroom. Well, this side, that side when you're looking at it, that's where his office is. The only people they would have had to put on the board as members is her and him, isn't it, Red Rider? There isn't anybody else. She hasn't worked as her arse and real. No, she's been a waitress for 5 minutes. She sold cars for 2 minutes. She decided she wanted to work in an office to see what she could wear. Didn't like it. Gave that up. So then she decided being a stay-at-home mum was a job she wanted. A lot of people are saying that Bitcoin's going downhill now, Red Rider. So who knows? I'm sure at some point he was raking it in and she was spending it as fast as he could make it. But I don't know what's going on now. That's what's in the garage is all his towers and cooling systems for his Bitcoin mining. Maybe, Mum and Dad. I'd love to know, though. But surely John would make sure he got in on it, wouldn't he? Because he's the one that's doing everything. She does nothing. She sits on her ass and records a video. So then he has supported her. They would give her the house. I thought once Will was of age, he'd be gone. But maybe he's waiting for him to finish college. And then he'll go. But I think that's what's keeping John there. I could be wrong. They could be madly in love and we just don't see it. But I think he's there for Will. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to look, Red Rider. I'm not that clever. When I was back in the day when I was on the Gossip Bakery, they used to find all sorts on there, and I used to think, how do you know that? And it was like someone would go and find the information about something, and it was really interesting. But it's wrong though. I want to make a lipstick. Oh, John, you do it. It's fucking idle. She thought she could walk in somewhere and say, oh, can you do me a colour like this one and put my name on it, and it'd be out the following week. Division of Corporations for the State of North Carolina. They're both content with the relationship. There's no reason for him to leave. She's been the same person from the beginning, hasn't she, though? But see, the thing, she wasn't really, Tracy. At the start, she was the dumb, blonde, stay-at-home trophy wife with a bit of a shopping addiction and a love of lipstick. And then the devil came out the longer she did YouTube. Right, let me see if I can look that up then. Department of State, North Carolina. Probably won't let me. The North Carolina Department of the Secretary of State manages business filings. Right, okay. So how do I get in there? There. Just search that name. Sorry, no details found for Lisa D1 Inc. Should I just try her name then? I tried her name and stuff's come up, but it's not her. What else should I look up? They're both considered. She's still the dumb blonde, yeah. It should show who the agent of service is at least. It must be under Duncan Inc. Right, I'll try that then. I just look up Duncan. Sparrow. Christopher Walker. Oh, see, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the page I'm on. Am I in the right place? Because I'm probably in the wrong place, knowing me. See, I don't understand any of that, Red Rider. You can look up and get loads of information on people in America. We can't here. It used to fascinate me, the stuff people found out about people when I was on the Gossip Bakery. Division of Corporations, North Carolina. Is that where I need to be? Right, we've got North Carolina Secretary of State, NCDOR. See, I don't know which one to look at. Business registration. Let's try that. See, she could have set this up fucking donkeys of years ago, and then I'd have to scroll down till the end of time. No, so I can't find anything under Lisa D1. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll leave it to you lot. You know more about it than I do. You're on your phone. They have new cars, fairly new house cleaners, and he has to cook a steak every night and make sure her Diet Coke is stocked up. He could do a lot worse. You can look by name of the individual, name of business, etc. Try his name. Okay. He had a business. I was going to type JAWN then. How long have we been calling him that? No. He had a business where he was selling. Right, hang on. Not YouTube. Where's your website? He sold truck parts or something. And it's still linked on the end of her thing somewhere. Shop my store. Might be on there. Quick links. There's nothing on there now. What's she done? She sold everything. Yeah, I can't see it now, but he had a thing. Can't remember what it was called now either. But yeah, he sold bits for trucks or something or another. And then people were complaining that they weren't getting anything, and then they closed down, and I don't know what happened, but so it might be under that name, whatever that name was, but I don't know. But yeah, it's Lisa D1 Inc. on Amazon. AMA.com. It says brand Lisa D1 Inc. Night, Tracy. Thanks for joining. Still only on 6, 4, and 4 reviews. Thing is, though, she's got them on there, and I can't see, unless I'm being really stupid, but I can't see people going back and buying more than one. I'll get people buying one out of curiosity just to see what it's like. But I can't see anyone making it their everyday lipstick. But hey, what do I know? Found it. Legal name, Lisa D1, Inc. Sosid, blah, blah, blah. I would too, Carolyn. I wouldn't know what to do with myself with that amount of room. So does it say who her board of directors or whatever are then, Red Rider? It's 2017. There we go. See, she formed it a long time ago. He's not stupid. Direct Depot LLC. That's right. Well done, Jill. I'd completely forgotten that. But he's got to have got his name on it then if they set it up in 2017, Red Rider, I would think. Probably him that made her have something set up. Oh, it's out of stock. Let's see the other lippy. That one's out of stock as well. So is she not restocking them then? She really has got no fucking idea about business at all, has she? None. Not at $25 a pop. That's what I was thinking, Carolyn. It's way overpriced. Especially when you can go into the drugstore and get what? A decent Revlon or Rimmel or something for $8, $9. Why would you pay that for hers? I wouldn't. I said that at the time. It's like I just cannot see people paying that amount of money. But then there's always fucking idiots that are up a hole that'll gladly pay it. Stupid. And she always lands butt side up, doesn't she? Nothing ever goes. Oops. Nothing ever goes wrong in Lisa land. $4.99 a lip plump. Exactly. I even balk at that now, Carolyn, and it's like, how much? Used to be £1 on the market in Deptford. The Constance Carroll. I remember the days when we could pick up makeup and God knows what for pennies. Thing is though, right, if she's wearing her colour every day, as she says, who can believe her, but hey ho, wouldn't you think she'd make sure it was restocked and that she'd push it a bit more? I mean, I've seen young YouTubers, you know, and they're like, oh, like and subscribe and share and press the hype button and do this, that and the other, and she never says any of that. And she never says, you know, I've got my lipsticks for sale. Exactly. Food's a lot more important than a lip gloss. Lisa Land. That's what she does. She lives in a bubble. Order a document. Treasurer. There we go. Johnny Duncan, 103 Lease Lane, Hampstead, North Carolina. They're not there anymore, though, are they? President Melissa Duncan. Oh, you've got to laugh at that, haven't you? President. President of what? A lipstick? Hampstead. Hang on, I want to look that up because is that their old house? Don't they need to change the address? Are they allowed to have the wrong address? Oh no, it does say Salters Haven. No, it's where they are. Oh wow. It brings you right, you click on it, it brings you right up to their house. I'm looking at her house. How weird. With her swing. God, the garage looks huge compared to the house. But then half the house is at the back of the garage. Anyhow. Yeah, I thought they had their old address up, but that is their new address. Yeah, I knew she didn't live actually in Wilmington, Moon Fairy. I think their other house was nicer than that one. Do you know what I mean? It was like homely, but I just can't imagine having a dining room just for recording videos in and for putting shit on the dining table. Oh, she's a born liar, Moon Fairy. Narcs always are. She'll say whatever she needs to say to get you to believe everything she wants you to believe. And people are taken in by it. The sweet Southern accent. That's why I used to take the piss. It wasn't that I didn't like the Southern American accent. I love it. It was her putting it on because that's not how she talks all the time. Oh my God, I'm such a nice woman. When she turns the camera off and she's swearing like a sailor and she's a bitch to her family. Yeah, okay. I know, right up in front of their door. Weird, isn't it, Carolyn? I love mooching in other people's houses, though. I love looking at houses for sale and stuff like that. That's my guilty pleasure, that is, looking at houses I can't afford. I just get pissed off that she asked for the upstairs and never uses it. I bet they can write off parts of the house, electric, internet, half. Exactly. That's why because I was saying, why is she there? She records in the bathroom, in the bedroom, at the dining table, upstairs, so she can say that she uses the entire house, can't she? That she's not just stuck in one room or whatever. I'd hate to be her neighbour. Can you imagine the amount of deliveries day in, day out? And then her pretending to be having drinks on the porch while she's filming herself walking in and out in her outfit of the day. All write-offs. It's not fair, is it, when other people have to pay for everything and then she gets PR that she barely shows? It's wrong. I wish I could have done the video, but anyway, I'll do that another day on the other channel. Create a highlights video. Ooh, how do you do that? Add stream marker. So that's what you do if you want to tell people something happened at a certain time. I've got no idea what's going on here. In her underwear in the balcony, exactly. Yes, and if he has a corp for the mining, the electricity and garage. Wow. I'd love to talk with her neighbours, see what they really think of her. Snap. I'd like to sit down with her for half an hour and just say, Lisa, this is why I make my videos. Oh, I never thought of that. She'll never be what we want her to be because she's a narc and she can't change. House was sold for 197,000. Why, how much is it now then? Apparently, because I was still in the gossip bakery at the time, they had to get a mortgage to get this house. And she said something about they were sweating getting the mortgage or something. I have no idea. I can't really remember. I zoned out at that point because I had been watching her. She got on my wick and I stopped. And then I took over Exposed doing Lardy's videos. And then someone asked me, would I do Lisa videos? So then I went back and started watching. But the whole bit of when she was house hunting and moved into the rental and then moved into that house, I didn't follow because I wasn't watching her, but I know basically what happened. But if I need to check something, I can always go back and look. But I know I watched her from the get-go up until now, so there's only a bit I've missed. But they have to have income to be able to write off all expenses. But they do, though, don't they? They get YouTube, AdSense, and then sponsorship money and whatever else she's doing. 197 in 2020. That's still a good price. Wow. Ours would sell for just under a bit of that, but we wouldn't get anything like that for that amount of money here. That could be it. Was it 197 for the land and now more because the house is built? That makes sense. See, I remember when it was being built and she was so excited and she was going down there every day and checking stuff, and look, that I would be as well, I must admit. I'd be the one sat there outside going, oh, there's stuff going in. But that was it with her. Once she got the keys, the excitement had gone. Because the day they exchanged contracts or whatever, Wouldn't you think you'd have that day to yourself, you and your husband, and you'd act stupid and you'd get him to carry you over the threshold again and break his back or whatever? Do you know what I mean? And that'd be private time because you're excited about your new home. No, that was all on film and she walked in on her own. It's like, it's quite sad, really. Yeah, people were saying back in the day that she was sweating it. Was she going to get the loan? The income are his investments, YouTube, etc. They get to write off electricity, workspace, storage space, etc. That's so unfair. K-Pat, hiya, hon. Have I said hello to you already? I don't know if I did or not. Call me crazy, but if you zoom in on the house, I swear I see her sitting at the table with a bright side light on her. Oh, I'll have to have a look. Can you? Oh, you can move it. I can't get... I love how you can put your flag up. We get shot for shit here if we put a flag up. Oh, I was just going to say, that's a bit shit. You can zoom in on the cars and you could see their number plates, but you can't because they've blurred them out, which is good. I can see like a little square light. Very well could be her, couldn't it? But it's like, it looks so... Oh, I've just twirled around and there's nothing opposite. That's been built now, hasn't it? The one opposite her. I'd love the excitement of a new house. Estimated value is over 1 million. Nice. She probably says Wilmington because of YouTube. She doesn't want people to know the actual town she's in. But she gave her address out all the time, Carolyn, in for sweet gifts. Everyone knew where she was. And they know where she is now. They knew exactly what house in Salters Haven she was moving into because she told everybody. She's stupid. John's getting Social Security and pension. Honestly, don't think there's a lot of love between Lisa and John. No, it doesn't seem to be, does there? That must be her. Is there a Google Drive by? Look how fast we found it. What's a Google Drive by? I can only do Google Earth and you wander up and down. Is that it? I can have a look on Google Earth. But isn't that just the same as what popped up for us there? It'd be different now, though, wouldn't it? Because the other house has been built. Let me see if I can do that then. Hang on, what's the address again? 100. Copy. See, I won't be able to show you because I'm on my webcam and it only shows me. Next time I'll make sure to... How do I do the search thing? Oh, this isn't proper Google Earth. Oh, there. They've changed everything. I get all confused when they do that. Why do they have to do that? Ooh, I hate it when it zooms in like that. It makes you sick. Wait. Let's click on that. Why is it not letting me go down on the bottom? There. I'm on the road, but there's no blue line. Normally there's a little blue line you click on and it brings you down in front of the house, doesn't it? Because that's what I do when I'm looking at houses for sale. I can see it from above. She makes me laugh, right? The pool, there's a house behind that, and behind that house is the pool, right? Oh, we're packing up to go to the pool. If you forget something, you've only got to walk 2 fucking foot back that way to get it. No, we're not allowed to put a UK flag up, Carolyn. Please come and tell you to take it down. I did skip tracing when we had our Harley dealership. You can find anything. It's amazing what you can find, though, isn't it? Why? Good question, Carolyn. Why? Because other people find it inappropriate. Person icon at the bottom right. Okay, let's have a look again. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that. The little yellow man. Where is he? There. Haha, well done. Yep, now I've got the blue line. Whoop-de-doo. It's still back when the house opposite wasn't built. It's exactly the same as what we just got on that other thing. So they haven't done an update for a while then, because normally it automatically updates, doesn't it? If they've done a drive-by or whatever. That always, see, drive-by always reminds me of shootings. Nice neighbourhood though, isn't it? It's nice and quiet. But everyone was saying it was built on a swamp. That's scary. It is, Carolina, but that's how it is in the UK at the moment. The only time anyone gets away with putting up a George's cross is when the World Cup's on. It is. We've got no say in anything anymore. We're treated like unwanted groups of people. It's the others coming in that get everything, and we're told we're not allowed to complain or do anything. So, but I do like that the houses have porches and you all have a wreath and a flag. It's nice. Shame you can't go around the back of it. Can I go up the driveway? No. It just shut because she goes on about her backyard. She's got no backyard. She's right on top of the person behind them and beside them. She should have thought about that before she bought that plot. But no, she had to have it, and she had to have it now. Didn't you, Veruca? Why do you need a stop sign? Surely you know to stop at the end of the road. It's a bit daft. It's quite a big house, though, for just the three of them, isn't it? I quite like it. I'd be quite happy with her bedroom and an ensuite. That's it. That's even bigger than our house. People don't understand how tiny British houses really are. I should turn that off now. She says she's by the beach, but what you see from her window is the intercoastal waterway. Exactly. She's nowhere near the fucking beach. She has to drive, 20 minutes to get to the beach. I love her front porch. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? That's where she goes to put her legs in the sun to get some vitamin D. In her pajamas. Do you know what I mean? The neighbours must be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with her? Go out and sit at the back. At the front, waving at everyone. Hi. Billy No Mate sat in her PJs. There's always time, Carolyn. I keep on hoping I will get my bungalow with an ensuite bathroom one day. We just have to keep believing. I know that'd be fun, wouldn't it, Red Rider? Go with a clipboard and say, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm thinking of moving into the area. What are your neighbours like? What's the best bit about living here? Blah, 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 and see what they said. Oh, we've got a loony down there. But she's constantly got UPS and DPS or whoever and the postman and God knows what at her door, and it never stops. Well, there you go. Use your patio as your porch. Stick yourself a swing out there. Maybe you could get someone to come and build a thing over your patio and use it as a porch and have it at the back, and then it's private and nobody can see you, and you can sit on your swing and enjoy the sun going down. We've got quite a lot of room at the back. We've got a big garden. I don't know what they were thinking when they built that tiny house and a load of land. And it's like, not in American standards, but for UK standards, we've got a big garden. And it's like, you could have built a bigger house. Why didn't you do that? It's like, if you ever look up bungalows in the UK, mostly over 60s live in bungalows. And they've got a tiny little bungalow, and then they've got a 90-foot fucking garden. And I've always said to Jed, how many 70-year-olds want to be out mowing a fucking 90-foot garden at their age? You want to relax and retire. And do you know what I mean? It's like sit in your garden and have a beer or whatever. You do not want to be fucking gardening in a big, enormous garden at that age. But it's not a yard, though. It is a garden. Do you not have gardens over? That's funny. I've never heard anyone say anything about a garden. See, I would call Lisa's a backyard because it's concrete. There's no grass. When we lived in Wales, we had a little backyard thing that was walled in, and there was just enough room for a line to hang the washing out. That was a yard. But when you've got grass and whatever, that's a garden. See, I could show you pictures, but I can't do it on here. It's stupid. I'll have to figure it out next time. Cool. What vegetables do you grow? I keep saying I want to do that. See, if I had a bungalow, I keep threatening Jed. If we had a bungalow, we could have a little, tiny little greenhouse thing, and I could grow tomatoes. Because bought tomatoes are horrible. Where are we now? How long have we been on here? 2.5 hours. Wow. I'm going to stay another 15 minutes or whatever, and then I shall head off and let you all do what you need to do. Because I think half of you have fallen asleep now. I won't do anything loud and wake you up. See, that's what I want. Tomatoes. We should look at each other's houses, lol. That'd be fun, wouldn't it, Jill? Green beans, cucumbers, and peppers. Cool. Yeah, I'd do it if I had a little greenhouse. I'd be no good actually doing it in the ground now. I can't bend down unless somebody built higher beds that I could sit on and do. Cool. What have you put in, mystical fairies? See, that's what we should all be doing, isn't it? Not eating the shit that they're selling us. Ah, you can't beat homegrown strawberries. I remember going strawberry picking with one of my neighbours back in the day when I was a lot younger, and I used to babysit for his daughter. And we all went out for the day strawberry picking. And he took off and put a load in the van and didn't pay for them. And then when we got home, he was wandering around going, Julie didn't pay for her strawberries, telling all the neighbours. And it was like, I actually did pay for mine. It was you who didn't pay for yours. It's making me hungry now. But they've got a different taste when you grow them and plant them and grow them yourself. Too much shit goes on with the stuff that we have in the shop. Tomatoes, chilies, beans, cucumbers, and courgettes. Nearly the same as Carolinian. I looked up my house and I can barely see my schnauzer in the open door looking at the Google car. Ah! I have a garden in the back of my house. The front is just landscape. I'm going to look and see, what do I see with mine? Hang on. Because I haven't looked for a while. There's not much to see at ours, to be honest. That just made me ill, that did, flying from America to Yorkshire. Where's the little man? There he is. Oops. Yeah, you can't see anything. Because our hedge at the front, when they came past, was overgrown. So there's a fence and a hedge. And so you can't see. But there's like nobody about. Shows our neighbour's house up for sale. We just moved. I want to move. There was some that was built opposite us. There was like a tiny, right? We thought it was a tiny bit of land. And then they built 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, 4 houses on this tiddly bit of land. But when they were up for sale, I went and had a look, and they were like TARDISes. There was tons of room inside. It does taste better, Carolyn, I know. I use seaweed tonic as a fertilizer. Yeah. I don't have edibles. Flowering trees, gardenia, and an area that supports monarch butterflies, hummingbirds, and other birds. Ah, I used to love watching Ellis for Living because she always had a hummingbird feeder behind her when she was recording. I used to love watching the hummingbirds. I think I might make gazpacho tomorrow. See, we're making each other hungry, aren't we? Yeah, but homegrown food is so much better. I laugh sometimes when I see people on YouTube and it's like, I'm baking a cake. No, you're not. You're pouring shit out of a box and you're adding more shit out of a jar and a tub, and that you're calling it, you haven't baked from scratch. That's not a cake. Funny. It's that woman, what's her name? Don't know what her name is. And she does shorts, and she's always in her nightdress in her kitchen, and she starts with percolated coffee and always ends with remember Jesus loves you. But she's always making cakes, and it's like, oh, you need this box and that pudding and this thing and whatever, and it's like, no, what are you doing? Make a real one. Oh, but that's lovely, Moon Fairy. Love to sit out and watch all the birdies. We used to have a bench in the back garden on the side wall, and the swallows used to come in and they used to swoop and go past, and it was like, shit, they're going to hit us one of these days. I can't bake to save my life, Lolo. It always turns out terrible. How about if you use the box mixes? Does it work any better with that? We did all types of lettuce, beans, tomatoes, zucchini, peppers, and cucumbers. Funny thing, I don't eat any veggies. All for the husband. Don't eat fruit either. You don't know what you're missing. For some reason, they've been recalling a lot of food lately. Wish I could grow vegetables here. Yeah. You'd feel a lot safer, wouldn't you, Bonnie? What lady are you talking about on YouTube? I can't think of her name. I'll go look. Hang on. Don't eat vegetables or fruit either. Let me see if I can find her. She does shorts. And she's a hairdresser. Let me see. Ah, there she is. Let me find. For Betty G23. Hang on. But she's so cute. She's such a nice lady. There you go. I've just given you the link. But I love the way she does that. She always signs off with, and remember Jesus loves you, which I think is dead sweet. See, that's who I'd call like a decent Southern woman. I don't even know if she's in the South, but compared to Lisa, do you know what I mean? Where was she making that cake the other day? You know how things pop up? Old Southern Coca-Cola cake. So where's she from? Is she Southern? Oh, thank you, Moon Fairy. Yeah, I do as well. It's nice that you get to all chat to each other and learn a bit more about each other. Cool. The big hair bun. Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Where is she from? Is she Southern? Because I call her Southern, but she's probably not. But she's got a proper American accent. But I always want cake when she's made a cake because she gets a big forkful, and she's right up at the camera with it. And it's like, oh, I want Coca-Cola cake. Tennessee, yes. That sounds about right. I think it is Tennessee that she's in, but she's lovely. I don't know how I found her, but you know how people just drop into your thing and you think, oh, I'll watch that. And it was like, oh, you're nice. I like you. The majority of British people love the Americans. The only ones that drive us mad are those that come over on holiday and they're really loud and obnoxious and they think that they own the place. Apart from that, no, we've always got on with you lot, haven't we? It's like there's a bloke I watch called Red Bus Russ, and he's an American and he moved over here to live with his British girlfriend. And he now is like, because they went to, where did they go? Italy or somewhere. And the woman had put a sign outside the restaurant saying, sorry, cash only, the machine's broken. And he said, there's some big gruff American going, oh my God, can you not take American money? And it's like, oh, have you not heard of euros? Go away. And he said he was having secondhand embarrassment over this bloke. But no, we love Americans here. Let me find if I can find him as well, because he's funny. You'd get a kick out of him because he's like, what he's what's going on for him, it's like you would understand, like when he's comparing things to things. It's like this woman said, this American, she came over on holiday and she said the English people are rude. And he's like, who are you talking to? They're not rude. And it's like, yep, we've adopted you now, Russ. That's it. You can't be American anymore. Her hair is huge, isn't it, though? She's an actual hairdresser as well. Percolated coffee, yep. Can't beat percolated coffee. Cool. My mum had one and I asked her, could I borrow it? She said no. And she didn't even drink coffee. She drank tea. Someone had given it to her. See, that's the thing. People keep saying, oh, Lisa gets rid of it. No, 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 no. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's all mine. Oh, I've got a visitor. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. We're chatting about growing our own veg.
Fine.
Yeah.
Dad will put it that.
Yeah. And percolator coffee.
I've never had percolated coffee.
Have you not?
No.
We need to get a percolator.
I want to get you one for a beer. I like making a coffee, so.
Thing is, though, if you do, mind you, that being said, that woman I've just told everybody to go and watch, remember Jesus Loves You?
Yeah.
You know that lady? She only makes enough for herself, what it looks like. She does a little bit. Because I was going to say, if you do percolated coffee, then you've got a whole percolator full of it. But if you just do a little bit, I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, the thing is.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy them, Carolyn. I like Red Bus Russ. He's funny.
Do you need anything?
A bottle of pop, please.
Okay.
Have a pudding?
Yeah, what would you like?
I don't know. Surprise me.
Okay.
That's cool. I'll be letting them go in a bit. They must be knackered by now, listening to me gab on for hours. Yep, he's from Yorkshire, Carolyn. Am I on Facebook? Yes, I am. As Jules voiceover. Not great at posting, but I do every so often. Let me see. Can't give you a link, can I? Where are we? Boop. Right. And does it show you on the side that you're only putting enough in for 2 or whatever? We love the American accent. Funny, isn't it? Thank you. They were just asking if you were from the UK.
Me?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because they were saying they thought you were from the UK. I don't know why they think I'm married to somebody else.
I don't know.
Thank you. Has Madam had one yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think she had one of the lollies.
Right. I'll give you that.
I'll take it with me. Chocolate.
Thank you. I've got a cornetto. Naughty.
Right, I just wanted to make sure you needed anything.
Yep, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later.
See you later.
I'll get this to move down. Ah, share it, Red Rider. He's up when I'm up. Carolyn him. That's how it works in this house. We're crap for sleeping, most of us, though. We're all night birds. We can try, even Madam tries to go to sleep at a normal time. But after about 3 days, she's back where she's up at night and asleep in the day. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've got a craving for percolated coffee now. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to have a look. The one my mum had was like aluminium, and it just had a glass bulb thing on the lid, and you could see the coffee spurting up and going back down again. It used to fascinate me. I've never seen a proper glass one till I saw that Betty's one. I didn't know you could get glass percolators. Right. Yeah. Oh, that was a shame. Where did he go back to, Jill? Yeah, I'm lucky, Carolyn, because of the way things are now. The kids are grown up and look after themselves mainly. I can, as soon as I'm tired, I can just go to sleep. And I just sleep until I wake up and then I'm up. No, I've never been to America. I'd love to go, though. Ah! See, that's the one my mum had, and I wanted to borrow it. She wouldn't let me, Moon Fairy. She was horrible to me. Have you ever been to the UK, Carolyn? Sorry. Have you ever been to the UK? See, it's really expensive. We were looking into going to Disney when the kids were little, and it was like, yeah, no. By the time you add in passports and all the rest of it, it's like, no, need to sell the house. I want to go to New York. I want to go to Ground Zero, and I want to go to New York at Christmas so I can see the shop windows. And I want to go for a ride in a horse and cart through Central Park so I can shout, "She just got married." And that's from Barefoot in the Park, in case you don't know. And see, he was another one's just gone, Robert Redford. Not be another Robert. I hate it being this age because everybody that you liked growing up is all passing now. Where would you want to see if you did, Carolyn? In interested to know where Americans think's interesting to come to. Does she think he was some sort of punk, Jill? No, I don't want to go to Zara. Yeah, everyone's got to come and have a look at Buckingham Palace, haven't they? Not right near me, Red Rider, but there are like farms and whatever out a bit further. Back when we lived in Wales, we had sheep all around us. I tell the story about when we'd go into town and we'd be on the bus and tech help would be looking out the window going, sheep and another sheep all the way to town. It was so funny. Oh, can you imagine? At what's it? Where did she go for breakfast? That hotel. My table. Like she owns the fucking thing. Stupid woman. Thank you very much, Gal Charlotte. I hope you're feeling better after your recent hospital. Hospital what? God, if I could form a sentence, I could rule the world. Crosby, that's it. I hope you're resting, Steph. I would love to see Buckingham Palace, of course, and the historical parts of London, the Cotswolds, and the beautiful countryside. Yeah. See, we don't take advantage of it like we should. Do you know what I mean? It's like I lived and grew up in London, and it's like now I've moved away, and people are saying, "Oh, have you been to such and such? Did you do so and so?" And it's like, no, because I live there. You never bothered with all this. What do you call it? Oh God, I wish my head would work. Touristy things, that's the word I'm groping for. But obviously I've seen Buckingham Palace, I've gone past it on the bus and whatever. And with a Diet Coke, yes. Oh, got to have a Diet Coke with your bacon and egg. Oh, very nice. Yeah, they've got a thing, haven't we, for dropping off H's where they should be. A bit. I say that about Jed though. The Yorkshire people, they all leave H's off and add them in where they're not wanted. And I'm like, are you saying air or hair? What exactly is it you're saying? But, yeah. Oh, I bet your mum was like, no, you don't want to be seeing him. You want to settle down with a nice American boy. Not some weirdy English punk. Right, it's 5 minutes off of 3 hours. So have we got any last things that you want to ask before I go and I let you enjoy your evening? Did she? I wouldn't mind doing that either, Carolyn, and having a mooch about. I just get the feeling it's very cold and damp in there. What did your mum think of it? No, Jed watches stuff like that. Julie loves watching people walk in places. No, I don't have the time. By the time I've done videos and caught up with a couple of people that I watch or whatever, I don't have time for anything else. But don't you have lovely countryside and stuff as well? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's funny, isn't it? You're watching ours and you've probably got just as nice stuff up the road from you somewhere. Yeah, see, look, you're all connected, aren't you? We had lovely countryside around us in Wales. It was absolutely beautiful. Are you allowed to take pictures inside, Carolyn, or you just walked about with somebody and told which room's what? I suppose it's interesting because it's so old, considering, because your country's quite young, isn't it? So it's like to look at old cobbledy streets and stuff and inside an old castle and what have you. We do. I live in the Pacific Northwest. People love it here. Took it for granted until I travelled. Now I realise we're pretty lucky. Isn't that the way, our old house? We never appreciate what we've got until we move away from it. We don't have houses with mossy roofs and rose gardens. Oh. I watched Dave's walks on YouTube. He walked the beautiful countryside of the UK. Yeah, I suppose you don't have thatched houses, do you? So you're watching the same thing. See, this is why we all get on. We're all like normal things, like normal people, not craving after fucking Chanel bags and what have you. Right, I'm going because I look really bad on the camera eating this ice cream. I don't want to finish it. Ah, thank you, Mystical Fairies. We've got a good group of people here, haven't we? That's what I like about it. I'm going to do more, I promise, Bonnie, because it's easy now just to pop on and do something whenever I wake up. What I was trying to do was like, oh, let everybody know and make a booking type thing. But I can never say that I'm going to be awake then. So I just take a chance. And if anyone's around, then we can get together and have a chat and talk about nonsense. You're very welcome, Mystical Fairies. Thank you for coming. All of you take care. Have a wonderful evening and I will see you soon.